There's so many different aspects when it comes down to making the beat and the production, you know, from the drums, each part of the drums, so the hi-hat, the tss sound, or the clap, or the drum kick, the boom, 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 and then it's like, you know, there's so many different elements of the drums, and then from that, you pour that in, you gotta make sure each of the levels are, you know, correct, and the kick's not too loud, the snare's not too loud, and then the bass comes in, you have to mix that properly so that the bass doesn't, you know, overshadow the kick. When I got up here, I wasn't really known as like a producer. I wasn't really, people knew I had a studio, people knew I was making music, like my friends, but it wasn't really like a, you know, a school-wide thing that was like, that knew what was going on. But eventually I met a couple artists, one Tokes, one Erica Planer, and then Doug, and we, you know, we collaborated on a lot of music, and we were able to put out like songs like Tell Ya, which was a banger, very controversial song.
Marty, the National Pi Kappa Phi organization closed the Penn State chapter at the beginning of this month, but they say these men aren't leaving this house quietly.
What happened was at the end of last year, around this time last year, me and my friend Tokes wrote this song Tell Ya. And it was just like a very typical, we made it in one day, made like a beat. And it started getting like a lot of love locally, like, but then we wanted to capitalize on it and take it to the next level, so we wanted to shoot a video for it.
Let it run, Jackson. Riding uptown, yeah, and I ain't gotta tell you. Got a bad bitch in my ear.
And it just so happened my fraternity got kicked off campus that semester. So since we were getting kicked off campus, we decided, why not just throw in anyway? What are they going to do about it? Like, we're already kicked off, there's nothing they can do. It was just a massive, just day long. No, we bought a moon bounce just to put in the center of our house, and it was just so crazy. Like, it took like 12 cop cars to like break the party apart.
There was definitely some articles. I know Onward State had one article about it, saying like how a lot of kids in college loved it, but then you would, you know, check out the comments on the bottom of the article, and it would be so many moms just like disgusted by the content in the song, which makes sense as a mom. And I know the song may seem derogatory, but it was really just made for people at frat parties to bump to, which they did.
But I ain't gotta tell you.
It was amazing, an amazing experience to come out with a song that people loved. Having it be on Hot New Hip Hop's top 100 songs for a week straight, literally in between Kanye West and Ludacris, was one of the most amazing experiences I've had, and the most successful experience I've had as a music artist. There was definitely some consequences. People that didn't know me personally were judging me based off the content of that song, which is completely wrong. Like, I'm all about women's rights and I respect everyone, I respect women. Like, artists are more than their music, so I'm just not some kid that comes up with this hip hop song with a lot of like disgusting lyrics and things like that. Like, it was just me making that for fun, for people to vibe to. I'm someone else, like I'm a hospitality major at Penn State University. You know, I'm an honor roll student. Next year I'll be working for the Trump Soho Hotel as a hotel manager. So I'm more than the music itself, and I think people should really know that and see through that, because it could definitely set a negative image when you kind of are comparing that content to the person that is behind the content.
You know, people hated on it, but that just spread it even more. And when I released Sunday Morning, which was more of a acoustic guitar song, that's completely the opposite spectrum of that hip-hop, like just, you know, pump-up song, people started to really gain like an appreciation. It was like a really cool experience, and that's how a lot of my music has gained attention here at Penn State. People can interpret in different ways, and it's like paints a picture of like something that, you know, went down in my life, and it's just different. You know, life is full of changes, and honestly, at the end of the day, music is a language, and it basically tells a story.
See, life is full of changes, learning to embrace it. Mind is always racing, said my mind is always racing, yeah.